Alright. Hi, I decided I was going to record this just because I wanted to. I don't know if anyone will ever see it, but I'm going to play Slay the Princess, which I thought was really cool. I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't played it yet, and so I'm going to give it a shot. So, click new game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though. Can't someone else do this? I think I want to say... Have you considered that the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
So I've seen, like, a couple of things, and I don't know any of the actual endings at all, but I know there's like a million
And
different
before you decide to
choices.
waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I guess. I guess I'm just gonna say. Oh,
Don't
okay.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I kind of don't want to take the knife. I think I'm just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you. I'm just gonna go down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Examine the chains or talk. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay. Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Maybe.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Just for a little bit, we can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. This doesn't add up. Retrieve the blade. Retrieve the blade. Examine the chains. Don't make me regret it or like taking her side. Maybe I can. I kind of want to say the not really taking her side, but I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna say I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. You have all the explanation you. What? I missed something she said. That was weird. You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with. But I wanted to see for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
That's weird.
I think.
So that was her.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I don't want to say I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me this one.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her.
Dude, calm down.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So, okay, I should say, I don't actually know, like, who the narrator is, like, what the princess actually is. I've seen, like, the weird, like, coming up. Like, I don't want to say anything just because it would ruin it. But, like, I don't actually know what's going on here. I just know that, like, there's a bunch of choices and you get a lot of different endings, and all these voices are like in your head, except for the princess so far. And you get different voices, which I think is really interesting. So I kind of just want to play how, like, I want to see exactly like how she's gonna react, because like I don't know what to think. So I'm seeing like, if that makes sense. Like, I want to see what she is gonna say about it, but I don't
So this
really trust
shouldn't
her
be
still.
about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Okay.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Yes.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I mean, it's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Then everyone could be happy. I'm going to keep you locked away here. Sorry, but I don't trust you. So okay, my options are like retrieving the blade without saying another word. Examine the chains. If I'm the first person, what have you been eating or drinking? Yeah, I think explore is like just getting answers, and then this is like decisions being made when it doesn't say explore. So I'm gonna see what she
I don't
says.
see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
Why?
That's hardly relevant.
Why? She's been locked down here
Okay,
for...
but actually, what has she been eating?
Yeah.
She has to eat, right?
Okay, never mind. So I guess I could try it, but oh, now I can't. Oh wait, no. Go back upstairs. So I kind of just want to silently, but I don't want, I still don't really want to kill her. I just want to grab the blade. Because I wanted to see what she would do without bringing it down. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade. I feel like that's going to lock me into killing her. Don't make me regret this. Alright, I'm going to try this one.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
Okay.
You're making a huge mistake.
Says you.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
There we
Doubtful.
go.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still laying around. If not, maybe I can find something to break it free. So I could maybe grab the knife. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Okay.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
What?
You hear the click of a lock
Okay.
sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Okay.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay, I kind of figured I'd be able to go up and get the knife, but
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay.
You make your way to the
Okay.
bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed
Kill her,
to.
though.
Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Maybe.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh!
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or
Right.
we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh gosh. Save. She's already. I don't know. I almost want to just slay her because she's acting crazy now. Let's slay the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade
sorry.
down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
Why did I stab her in the
wound drives
back?
her to the ground.
Good lord.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Uh-huh.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
No. You just are
The princess
crazy.
pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Oops. Okay.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an
Yeah.
act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
Except
I'm
emotionally.
not so sure.
Okay.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
No! Stab
Your
her!
knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
She's got claws? Oh my gosh, she has claws now.
Forget
okay.
about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now.
Yeah.
Give her everything you've got.
Kill her!
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back.
Okay.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Run for the stairs. Oh. Okay. I mean, she was acting crazy. I feel like I should just kill her. Lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. I don't know. Maybe. She's gonna just chew her arm off, though. No, let's just
You
finish
steel
it.
your resolve and take another step closer to the princess.
What?
You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not
Yeah,
making it out of
what
here
the heck?
alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act. Can you not feel all those
Sorry.
gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
You're so quick to just kill me.
You
What the
take another
heck?
step forward, and the princess lunges towards you.
Stab her!
The two of you enter one
There we
last
go.
exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the
That
ground,
at least. Did I do
and the
it?
princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Okay.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
She wanted a friend.
Silence.
Sorry.
As the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
You were chewing your arm off. What do you want me
You've
to
paid
do?
a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
Angry at me. Watch this be like one
If
of
you
the
think
worst
this is
endings.
You're sorely mistaken.
Shoot.
One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Sweet. Ugh. Oh no. Chapter 2, The Witch?
You're on a
Okay.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
This doesn't sound good.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I died and she died. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Okay, no. I'm kind of like, she's going to kill me again. Sure, she killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
Okay, I already regret stabbing her like that. I feel like I should have just been her friend and seen what happened, but now she's like,
If he
she's
doesn't
gonna, in
remember
this
what
version,
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
she's gonna be pissed at me.
Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
The opportunist. That's true. We
You
can't
know
trust
I can
him.
hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Oh gosh, you are the most waffly person I've ever seen. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Sorry, popping my knuckles.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I guess.
We were just
a little
weighing
bit.
our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
That's
We did our
true,
best
I
with the
guess.
information we were given. And we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
Oh,
If you're asking
alright.
that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh no, I know they did. That's like part of the game I do know about. Like, oh gosh.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences.
No, there were.
We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Ugh.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you
Gosh.
talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What
Ugh.
matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Let's talk about
Just be
this.
quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? She killed me by ripping me to pieces. Don't get me wrong, I hated it, but how can someone like that in the world? It's a weird question. She's just a princess. Why was she able to rip me apart with her bare hands? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place? I think we'll go with the why was she
She
able to rip
is
me
just a
apart?
princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
What? No. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this
I
place
think
is.
you
It's a
locked
path
her.
in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I think the narrator, whoever this narrator is, locked her in the woods. People locked her away. Why wouldn't they slay her? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me? Why is this falling on me? I think this is a better
Look,
question.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. It's just the way things are.
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't believe this.
I didn't know we were special.
Oh, gosh.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
No. Great.
Good point. That really explains almost everything.
No.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, you're right. But it explains almost everything. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. I don't think either of you really need to press the man on this. He wants us to slay the princess, so why would he have anything to hide? He seems like a nice guy to me. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but you should really stop wasting time chatting amongst yourselves in the woods. So if we could move this along? Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
No thanks.
Oh, you're the boss. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Do you even know where you're going? Sorry, I clicked. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish coming to a new dawn beyond our own. Or the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Thank you.
That's strange.
Ugh.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again. No.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
Oh, she's gonna be so pissed at us.
This is probably for the best.
I don't think so.
The interior
my
of the cabin is
gosh.
a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror. This whole cabin is different than last
Very
time.
different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay, you know what? I am not going to take the blade, and maybe this is a terrible
blade.
idea.
Leaving it behind didn't work out so well for us last time.
Oh shoot, are you
It'll
against
always
me?
be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yes, exactly.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh, I know that's a lie.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
How
See?
do you remember?
She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
Oh yeah, sure.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
I don't think so.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the opportunist, voice in my head.
Fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You descend
She's a
the
furry.
basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Aren't I a weird
You
bird
can just make out the
person,
shape of the
so-
princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like she already knows you.
Yeah.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yes, that. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk? No, 'cause she's just gonna say, you weren't armed last time. Which is true. We both died last time. I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us. At work, we should team up. Why do I have a nagging feeling like you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I am gonna say you scared me when you started gnawing your arm off. It scared me, so I stabbed you.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
Well, technically it was mutual murder, so...
And you started it. I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Yeah, but... Bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains? Should I say I'm sorry about last time? Maybe.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Okay, that was
If you're
useless.
sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Eh. Why do I get the nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here? Leave her in the basement. I didn't bring my blade down.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains
Oh.
fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
She could have gotten out already. Leave with the princess. Well, she'll just chase after me, so okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She's gonna kill me.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Nothing.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Oh, you naive, sweet summer child.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
I think
You're
she has
talking
the
a lot
knife.
about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Probably. I'm just gonna do it.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea.
That's
She
true.
can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No.
I know, I thought of that too.
The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
Or die. I'd rather trip and hurt myself.
The princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and, in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
I think she's gonna kill us.
You're
throw
not
us
even
back
going to
in
wait
the
until you're through
basement.
that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing.
Oops.
The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Oops.
The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Good job, lady.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
'Cause...
I'm afraid your back is broken.
Uh...
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
That's true, I
You
don't
were going
either.
to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Not anymore.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
It was a gesture!
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
Okay.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Mhm.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Oh no.
Wait, are we both just
Oh
stuck here?
gosh.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a
Again.
lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you
Don't
still
know.
there? I think he's gone.
Uh-oh.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
You don't say.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended? We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boys?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Yeah.
There's something
we're supposed
dreadful
to.
about it. I don't think you should. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him. I'm
Approach the
begging you,
mirror.
don't do this.
Sorry. I have to.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Approach the mirror. Gaze to your reflection. As soon as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains, this time for you to see what's in it. Oh, it's me. It's you. You are all alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh. Yep. That looks like a cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Yeah. Got an eyelash in my eye. Solitary lights. What do you mean? What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. I mean, I don't know what the bird person is, like the hero, but he's gone, so I'm gonna say I'm a person.
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Oh, okay. Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack the entity. No, we're not gonna do that. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing
Oh.
I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is hope marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? Do you know about the worlds beyond?
I know only that they are.
Oh. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Okay, you got me there. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Did you, were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter
So
where
do
one
you.
thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me
Okay.
more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? I was sent to slay the princess from stopping her from to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. Okay, make me forget. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we
Oh,
are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
okay. I'm not going back. Wait. No, that seems pointless because I'm gonna have to go back. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay, why?
You won't.
Oh, okay. Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, well, I think that's a good end to part one. If I even post this, we'll see. So I will see you guys later. Bye.